The Mod Institute was founded on the premise of helping people truly advance their practices through utilizing and implementing the latest state-of-the-art techniques in digital dentistry. And so when something really cool comes along, I'm going to give it to you guys totally free and make it instantly available so that you could change the way you care for your patients. It's a huge misconception that you can't take high-quality final impressions for dentures. In fact, I prefer this method over border-molded custom trays, and I'm eating my own words from just a few years ago. So let's go over the scan pattern. Now, what you want to do on the maxillary arch, this can be done with a single assistant or team member scanning because it's much more simple. Do the crest of the ridge and the attached tissue, then do your palate in a zigzag fashion. And then lastly, you're going to do your border starting from hamular notch to midline and then contralateral hamular notch to midline. Now on the lower arch, you're going to do the center of the ridge in the anterior followed by your two distal extensions. And so I'm going to show you a video on how I do this in just a few seconds. Let's talk about a study that I published in 2021 that looked at scanner accuracy for edentulous arches. What you're going to find here is that all the modern scanners are going to be able to do this accurately if you follow this scan pattern. We found about a 75 to 100 micron deviation depending on the scanner. So here we go live. We go from hamular notch, crest of the ridge, getting all the attached tissue, and then a zigzag pattern for the palate. And this patient had a super deep palatal vault. So there's all your attached tissues. Now this is super important. You want to delete any extraneous borders that you accidentally scanned when you were doing that. No matter what scanner you have the option to pause and delete, and you want to do that here. You don't want to just leave any of these areas. Make sure your hamular notch is crisp and clean with no folds or anything like that in your borders. And so now what you're going to do is you're going to get an edentulous maxillary arch retractor. I have one on my website you could download, and you're going to go from hamular notch to midline, and then from hamular notch to midline in one continuous motion. You're not going to backtrack. You're not going to let the tissue move. On the mandible, you get the center of the ridge, and then you're going to go up to at least 2/3 the retromolar pad, and then you're going to get the retromylohyoid fossa, and then you're going to pause, delete any extraneous things that you have, and reassess the situation. Now, in this particular case, I'm using a team approach here where I have an assistant helping me retract, and scanning, I'm retracting and scanning as well. Or we do it, if it's an assistant only thing, then you need two dental assistants for the mandibular arch, guys. I'm sorry, you have to have a team approach for scanning the mandibular arch. And so we have a philosophy where we have two assistants scanning when we're doing an edentulous mandibular arch. And it works out really well. As you can see here, we have all our borders captured. Let's check the fit. Let's see how they fit. You want to take those out for me?
I don't think I can.
Go for it. Let's see if you can take them out. Oh, gee, there you go. And there you have it, guys. Those were 3D printed dentures, by the way. Incredible suction from this technique and very few adjustments, if any.